Thank you so much to conductor Dong Guangbing as well as the wonderful artist here for that wonderful piece. And that has also opened up our edition of Talk Vietnam for this week with the Sức Sống Mới or New Vitality Bamboo Instrument Ensemble. Now, can you tell us, conductor, what was that piece? It sounded so lovely.
Oh, the name of the song is Bông Clay Birds. So Bông Clay Birds are many in Tây Nguyên in the Central Highlands.
Yes.
So the song sings about the freedom of the birds, of the nature, and of the human.
Yes, and that piece of music has also given us a little preview of all the amazing and incredible pieces of music that are to come here in this edition of Talk Vietnam. We'll talk about bamboo and how it's used in the instruments in order to create rustic, simple sounds, and how it's used also in combination with Western music in creating masterpieces that introduces Vietnamese traditional music to the world. All that and more coming right up here on this edition of Talk Vietnam, so do stay tuned. So we're very lucky on Talk Vietnam today to have in our studio conductor Dong Quang Vinh, who will share with us more about the wonderful stories behind bamboo instruments. Thank you very much, Conductor Vinh,
My
for
pleasure.
joining us.
Big pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can you please, first of all, share with us? It seems that you have a great passion for bamboo instruments and traditional instruments of Vietnam. So, where did that love come from?
Actually, I'm very lucky to be born to a family of traditional music. So my father is, we can call him musician, as well as music instruments maker. You can see there are many bamboo instruments here around us. So all of them, were made by my father.
Wow.
Yes, and he's also a very talented artist as well. And my mother, who already retired, but she had many years of teaching and performing music at the Vietnam National Academy of Music. As I remember, when I was a little boy, I was like, my life was like full of music then. Even now, it's full of music. Every day I heard my mom practice, my dad make instrument, and all of the sound was fantastic. I was like falling in love, even when I was just like 4 years old, 5 years old. I really felt in love with the sound from the bamboo, from the Vietnamese traditional music instruments like Vietnamese zither, đàn tranh,
Yes.
and more, because not only them, but also their friends, their colleagues. They arrived in my home and they practiced together.
Did your parents make it a point to teach you about music?
They really did guide me into music. But actually, it was a failure when I was at age of 7. They tried to teach me, and they tried my tone. But then, I was a tone deaf. And they were disappointed, but then they didn't give up. At age 8, they tried again, and I made them surprised because suddenly I got a lot. I don't know. I also don't remember. When and why.
And
Yeah.
I realized, that you love the bamboo flute because you bought, conductor Dong Quang Vinh bought a whole collection of flutes, all Vietnamese flutes here to show to us today. So can you please show us
Sure.
some of your flutes in your collection?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. These one are from Hmong. We can call it in Vietnamese Sao Mèo.
Sao Mèo.
Sao Mèo.
Yes.
Or Hmong flute.
Yes. literally close your eyes and imagine you're in Lao Cai, like right now.
This is
Yes,
the best gift for me.
very beautiful, beautiful, kind of nostalgic sounds as well. Yes, it's great.
So the last one I would like to show you. This
Yep.
one, I'm not sure many Vietnamese people know about this one, or I'm not sure if many people know that it's from Vietnam.
Oh,
Actually, many regions of Vietnam, especially on some like plateaus or some mountains areas, they play this.
yes.
Actually, they call it Sao Nai,
Sao Nai.
and internationally they call it pan flute.
Beautiful.
And we can see this a lot in Australia,
Oh,
in
yes.
Latin countries,
Mm-hmm.
in China, in Japan as well.
Yes.
So I'm very happy because this one is not only international but also very Vietnamese.
Very
Yeah.
Vietnamese at the same
Yes.
time.
Okay.
Wow,
So
thank you so much for showing me this, and this is only a small part of Ving's collection of flutes. How many
Yes.
flutes do you have in your collection?
actually I have about I think 150 something.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes,
But they have like tiny differences.
of course. Of
Yeah.
course,
So
yeah.
today I just bring
Even
you
the
like,
ones that you showed us, they all have their tonalities and intonations. Very, very interesting. Thank you
You're
again
right.
for showing us.
You have very good music sense.
Yes.
In 2004, Dong Quang-Vinh was sent to the Shanghai Conservatory of Music in China to study the art of conducting traditional ensembles. After graduating from university, he received a full scholarship from the Chinese government to pursue a master's degree in classical orchestra conducting. After his 10 years of studying abroad, Dong Quang-Vinh chose to return to his homeland, Vietnam. He persuaded his Chinese wife to join him in his return and his pursuit of a classical music career in Vietnam. At present, Dong Quang-Vinh is an orchestra conductor and lecturer at the Vietnam National Academy of Music. He is also a guest conductor of the Vietnam National Opera and Ballet. Moreover, Dong Quang-Vinh is also the music director and conductor of the international choir Hanoi Voices and the Sức Sống Mới Bamboo Ensemble. He founded the ensemble in November 2013. Dong Quang-Vinh and his ensemble have had many opportunities to perform with world's famous orchestras.
Aside from the fact that you wanted to continue this family legacy of bamboo instruments, what else is so special about bamboo and bamboo instruments that made you want to form a band that is exclusively bamboo?
This is a very good question. This is very important for me. That I would like to make something from like simple things. So you can see that the bamboo tree, a very simple thing, but it's beautiful because for me, bamboo is something very important in Vietnam's history. Bamboo has been with our life. So why not bamboo? Bamboo is really Vietnamese. Bamboo is not only strong, it's also elastic.
Yes, that's true.
You can see. So in music, we have some like strong music. We will play some intense part that has very strong character. But sometimes you also have some sweet melody.
That's true.
And bamboo can do all of that.
Yes.
And it sounds really natural.
You're not only using bamboo instruments to play traditional Vietnamese music, which obviously will work very well with bamboo instruments, but also Western classical music, some kind of very big masterpieces actually using bamboo. What is the challenge in doing that?
Oh, this is a big challenge. For me now, still it's big. Why? Because you can see that there are not many people, or you can say no people who write for bamboo instruments. I mean, like only bamboo. If you go to the Central Highlands, okay, you can see many people play bamboo instruments, but maybe you rarely get music score because they play by years, and orally they teach the others. But how to write them down? This is the first challenge.
Yes.
So I'm lucky because I have the background of Western music. I work with symphony orchestra, and I understand about Western music instruments as well as Vietnamese traditional music instruments. So I combine them together and I write them down. The second challenge is that the climate changes.
That's true. It's
Right.
it's a natural material, so I would imagine like wood, it would shrink or expand
Right.
when going to different environments.
It is. You really do understand about it. So like oud, or like you can see that with a violin. Okay. If you just stand close to a heater, it sounds totally different from when you stand like close to a fan.
That's
It's so
true.
different, and sometimes it even cracks. When the winter comes, we have to be very careful to take care of it. Like we never put it close to a heater. And then my father will have to cut little by little, and he used his ears. Luckily, now they have the tuning machine,
Yes.
and you even can use it on smartphones now to tune his instruments. So, but he has to spend a lot of time and energy to fix it when seasons change.
Yes.
Or when you are now in Hanoi, but for example tomorrow you are bringing it to Tokyo, totally different. And my father will have to spend a day or two to just like cut and
Make adjustments.
Make adjustments.
That's really interesting because that means each time you go to a new country, your instrument is actually transforming with you.
You're right. So
Right?
it is interesting, but it's also a big challenge.
I know that you have some instruments here, so please, can you help us go through some of the sounds? And if possible, can I please try?
Oh,
Because
please, yeah. This is what I want to. Okay.
Yes.
We are doing it together. Huh?
Okay.
So when we play it, we use the wrist, the wrist. Okay.
Yes, the wrist.
Okay. The wrist. Okay. It plays like this. Yes, and you play in the middle.
In the middle.
In the middle. Yes.
I hear
Okay.
the difference in sound.
You hear the different. Yeah. Okay. So now it plays with one head. The other head, we call it two heads, so we can play like this.
Okay.
And it double the sounds.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, nice. And we call this one soprano.
Soprano also. Yes.
It can give some soft melody. And it can give something also like stronger.
Very cool.
Promoting community values through choral art, that's the message behind the Sing for Joy concert that took place at the Hanoi Opera House at the beginning of December 2017. 350 artists from 8 domestic and international choirs came together to deliver an emotional musical story of the dreams and aspirations of children living in disadvantageous conditions. The performances look to delivering a message of hope and positive changes through music. From the melange of Occidental music and traditional Vietnamese instruments to the harmonization of the voices of 350 artists, the youngest one being 7 and the eldest nearly 80 years old, music once again proved its mission of connecting people.
rằng là âm nhạc nó không có biên giới, nó làm cho con người đến với nhau, đến từ mọi lứa tuổi, đến từ mọi quốc tịch, đến từ mọi ngành nghề, nó đến từ nhạc khí, nó đến từ thanh nhạc, nó đến từ mọi ngôn ngữ khác nhau.
We were so excited to participate. This is our second time. We were here in 2015 with our students singing at the Sing for Joy concert, and it's our delight to share hope and joy through music. Music is more than just being excellent. We want to be really touch people's hearts and bring inspiration to them. And so the message of what we sing is of utmost importance.
All profits from the concert were used to set up a charitable fund for a project that seeks to provide free music education for children living in difficult conditions in the Hanoi metropolitan area.
Có lẽ thành công đầu tiên phải kể đến là nụ cười của các bạn nhỏ và sự tự tin của các bạn trên sân khấu. Trang cũng như là những đồng nghiệp của mình thì hy vọng rằng là thông qua các hoạt động âm nhạc thì các bạn có thể có một cơ hội để trải nghiệm sự hòa hợp trong âm nhạc, để biết được về vẻ đẹp của âm nhạc và thông qua đó thì học được về vẻ đẹp của cuộc sống.
It's so beautiful to see new generation full of life, hope. You have the variety of choirs, and of course they are quite different from one from the others. At the end, this idea of singing together, that is something that put a lot of strength in young choirs and in more sophisticated ones.
True to the night's theme, each participating voice in the concert was a wish to embrace the most beautiful values of life. The message of love and hope is further strengthened when these voices came together, all singing for joy.
Now, one of the recent events that your group Sức Sống Mới participated in was Sing for Joy, and this is not the first time that you participated in such event. What was something new that the group brought to the event this year?
We bring the bamboo ensemble, and this is totally new. Only we bring the bamboo instruments there.
Yeah.
So what is new? Okay, bamboo is new, and the combination is also new between human voice and the Vietnamese bamboo instruments.
Yes.
And what we played was bolero from Ravel.
Wow.
So it's a combination, of Vietnamese elements and also Western
Western
music.
elements.
Yeah, so I really like this. For me, the combination is new.
How have the international audience received bamboo instruments from Vietnam?
In Vietnam and also in some other countries that we've been to, we are very happy because the audience are, quite happy with that. They see that, wow, such a bamboo tree can do such a big job. Because for them, okay, bamboo is just something like, okay, chopsticks, or, for Westerners especially, they have never seen, many people have never seen Vietnamese, đàn trưng like this.
Yes.
So they were surprised. They are surprised about what we bring them, because they see, firstly, it can sound. Secondly, it has a big family.
Yes.
We always bring them a big ensemble or a big orchestra, something similar to the Western thing, the symphony orchestra.
Yes.
We have to adjust it very, very well. We have
Yes.
some instruments that sound like that original. And sometimes we also make the other types of instruments that fit the piano.
Yes.
So we always have to prepare too. And that's why we can fix very well with some symphony orchestras from Shanghai, from Tokyo, also from Munich, like before. And sometimes we can also give them some very traditional, some original sound.
Among the many trips that you've made abroad, bringing bamboo instruments to the international audience, what have been some of the memorable experiences that stick to mind?
You know, there are many experiences for me, and I love all of them. When I was 12 years old, and it was the big change in my life when my parents decided to bring me to Japan. So they were invited by a recording company called Conversation, and yes, the company wanted the bamboo music from Vietnam, and we were lucky to be invited. And you know, when I was in Japan, I practiced in tears because my parents were worried. Will it be good? Okay, we are very worried about you. So you have to practice. You have to practice. Okay, so I did in tears, and I was very angry, and then when they were not there, I threw my bamboo flute through the windows, and I was scared. Oh, I have to get it back. And then the second day, the performance was very successful, and
Was that your first international performance?
it was my first, yes, my premiere, and I was totally crying then, on stage, when I saw the audience stood up after my performance. It was wonderful because they listened carefully. The Japanese audience, they were very serious and they enjoyed music a lot. So I could tell that even if a mosquito, fly back and forth, we could hear the sound of it because they
Wow.
were so quiet. So every sound was enjoyed. And after the performance, they all stood up to cheer me, to welcome me. And then also, like, after the performance, they were waiting outside to cheers, to greet the artist again. And me myself, a little boy, when I crossed them and said hello to them, all of them were like, wow, they bowed down like
Wow.
that. They were, like audience with different ages,
A
and
very
some
successful premiere.
even like old people. Here I call grandmothers. They bowed back, and then they said thank you very much for. It changed everything in my life.
Yes.
I never now throw my flute through the windows anymore.
Yes.
I have to thank my parents a lot for giving me such special thing, to have great connections to the audience and to get something that I'm proud that not everyone can get. Oh, the
Yes.
applause from the audience.
Yes,
Yeah.
recognition. I mean, at such a young age, you said that that was life defining, and that gave you the motivation to continue
It is.
studying
It is.
the flute as well as bamboo instruments.
And I kept practicing. After that, my parents, instead of saying, boy, go practice, it's time. Now they say, boy, stop. Because the neighbors complaining, because I practice. I used to practice until 11, 12 o'clock.
Yes.
I forgot the time.
you became much more passionate.
Much more.
Dong Quang Ving's journey in bringing Vietnamese music to international friends derives from a very strong foundation, and that is his father, artist emeritus Dong Văn Minh. Now beyond 65 years of age, the artist's hands still move swiftly and meticulously to carve and shape musical instruments. Bamboo and the occasionally spontaneous echoes of this rustic material fill the small room, of no more than 20 square meters.
Riêng các nhạc cụ tre nứa thì nó có một cái âm thanh phải nói là rất là riêng biệt. Và những âm thanh này đã đem lại cho cái cuộc sống, đời sống âm nhạc của người Việt Nam hết sức là phong phú. Rất nhiều các cái nghệ sĩ từ nước ngoài sang đây học các cái đàn tre nứa của Việt Nam. Và có những người như là chị Kumiko, người Nhật Bản, cũng đã từng học đàn ở Việt Nam và về Nhật Bản chị đã thành lập được một cái hiệp hội chơi đàn trương gồm có 30 người.
Artist emeritus Dong Văn Minh is the brains behind the lap bamboo instrument, also known as the bamboo piano. This is a bamboo instrument that is not only purely Vietnamese, but also very suitable for performing international works of music.
Cho đến giờ mà nói thì nghệ thuật của âm nhạc tre nứa nó cũng đã lên đến một cái đỉnh cao, mà tuy là những cây đàn thô sơ làm bằng tre nứa nhưng nó lại diễn tấu được những bài của Việt Nam cũng như bài của quốc tế rất là phong phú, rất là đa dạng, thậm chí có những bản nhạc rất khó cũng được diễn tấu trên các nhạc cụ tre nứa.
The passion for bamboo instruments is a legacy that artist emeritus Dong Văn Minh has passed on to his two sons, and now it is his son Dong Quang Vinh who is inspiring the same passion in younger generations.
Now, in terms of your background, I understand that you were trained at the Shanghai Conservatory of Music, and you probably had a lot of offers to work abroad and to live abroad. What brought you back to Vietnam and wanting to pursue, this Vietnamese side of music? I mean, you're professionally trained in classical Western music.
This is a very good question. Actually, also a lot of my friends asked me this question. Actually, now I still have a lot of chances to work abroad and with very ideal, income. I still choose Vietnam. I have very good, income in here. I don't mean money. I have a lot of, joyfulness. I have a lot of joy in here. Firstly, I was sent by the government, by my school, the Academy of Music, and also by the Committee of Culture and also Committee of the Education to overstudy in Shanghai. So my task is to come back here to serve my country. So I come back here. And my parents also are very happy for this. In abroad, okay, it's like everything is well organized already. My work is just go there with my conducting stick and with the music score. Okay, we start the rehearsal.
It can be easy.
It's very easy, and I get the salary. I come back. But I don't work on the bamboo because, in many countries, they don't have the bamboo. And they don't have this culture. They don't have this wonderful thing. But when I come back to Vietnam, I have a forest of bamboo here. We have the bamboo in everything, right? Yeah. And my family is bamboo family. Okay, so I'm very happy because I'm doing something that my parents dream me to do in the future. I know about Chao, I know about Cải Lương, I know about many Vietnamese traditional elements. So it's easy for me to combine. You know that I like combination. I like combining things. So it's very good for me to find and combine things here.
That's true.
And you can see that Hanoi is very international. You can see Westerners here. I'm very lucky because I got the international choir and I'm continuing the work of the choir training. So I have here bamboo, traditional music, choir, symphony orchestras, and sometimes work with like also like pop singers, pop music. So it's perfect here. When I work abroad, it's just about like symphonic music. Of course, it's big enough for me to work, but I'm very greedy. So I want to do something even bigger. So that's why it makes me want to come back here.
Mid-November of 2017 witnessed the second classical music concert, Autumn Bamboo, take place at the French Cultural Center in Hanoi Las Paz. The night was a collaboration between Vietnam's only bamboo ensemble, Sức Sống Mới, and the international choir, Hanoi Voices. The pure euphony of the performance captivated the concert hall, from the high and melodious notes of the tarung to the airy and swift sounds of the bamboo flute. Under the baton of conductor Dong Quang Vinh, the bamboo instruments produced distinctively Vietnamese melodies that were then intertwined with international voices, creating an enriching musical feast.
This concert tonight, we have practiced it for already 3 months, but we had the summer break in between. But you can hear right now the combination, it's very creative, very interesting. And my feeling is that, of course, I know this music by heart.
A highlight the Autumn Bamboo 2 night was the performance by the little ones from the Erato Children's Choir, giving the night of classical music a bright and youthful touch.
Đến cái xe mùa thu lần 2 này, mình đã thực hiện được một cái nguyện vọng nữa. Đó là tức là sự kết hợp của mọi lứa tuổi, sự gắn kết của mọi quốc tịch. Cái mà mong muốn nhất của mình là ngày càng có thêm người đến nghe nhạc, yêu nhạc, học nhạc và vui chơi với âm nhạc.
Well, I thought the concert was amazing, and the fact that they are not professional, they're amateurs, it was amazing, and they've got incredibly high standard.
Âm thanh mà chúng tôi cảm nhận được thì tôi nghe thấy từng cái tiếng tre nứa rất là rõ. Mình có thể cảm thấy như là một cái tiếng của núi rừng, của suối, cảm thấy rất là êm ái, rất là dễ chịu.
13 performances during the night, each with their own colors, and yet they all elevated the beauty of sounds produced from purely Vietnamese musical instruments. The Autumn Bamboo concert has brought audiences closer to classical music through the simple, rustic charm of traditional bamboo instruments.
What is your goal in the long run to take up not only symphonic but also all of these Vietnamese elements? What is your big dream?
It is also what I'm questioning me. I'm very greedy. So I have a lot of goals. But if I have to say it in one, I want to bring music closer to the audience. How to get closer? I want to firstly, do singly. I try my best to give them good classical music. When I have to work as a conductor of the symphony orchestra, I'll try to give them pure choral music. When I have to work with the choirs, I will give them pure bamboo music when I work on the bamboo, and I will also combine them.
Yes.
And give them some combination that I have never seen before with good quality. So I want music, especially Vietnamese music, closer to Vietnamese audience and also to international audience.
Yes. And all the while you're also carrying on the legacy of your father as a bamboo music instrument maker. What are some of the challenges in the future to keep that going?
It is really big, and this is what I'm worrying. Because my father is, getting older. Of course, he's still very active on the stage, but it will not last forever. The bamboo forest is still there, but the problem is that how to find the people who can make the music instruments out of the bamboo. So this is the problem. The first thing that I'm thinking now, okay, I am not only trying my best to work to make good music, but also I have to find some students who are willing to be, successors of my father. I don't think I can be. I don't think so because I'm too busy with conducting work. That is a big job because you have to go to find each bamboo to
Wow.
choose one of them. You have to cut them with like big knives. It's not a work for a woman. It's a big job, a very hard job. You also have to take very good care of the bamboo after they are cut. And then you need to, very importantly, how to cut them, how to make them, how to create them into like bamboo instruments. It's hard to find the people because, okay, people can cut it, people can make it, but maybe they don't know about music.
Yes.
They don't
that's
have the
true.
ears for music. Or you have some like people with ears for music like me.
But they want to just play the instruments
Yeah, I just want
and
to
not
play it.
not want to make it.
I don't know how
Yes.
to do it. So this is a big task.
Very briefly, can you please share with us your next big plan?
Oh, I don't have big plans. I just have small ones. So I try to say a small one. My plan is to bring the bamboo ensemble to more countries in the world, for them to travel more, to learn more. When they learn more, the music will be richer because they will put their feeling, their experience into the music, and it will sound much better. And in the meantime, I really want more international audience to know about Vietnamese music, to know that bamboo music is still existing, and it brings people some special feeling, and it brings people together.
They seem like big plans to me.
Yeah, it's very big to me as well.
Well, I wish you the very best of luck in your future endeavors in this wonderful journey of bringing Vietnamese music to the world, and particularly Vietnamese traditional music, traditional musical instruments. We thank you so much for coming here on this show. And before you leave, of course, we really would like to have another performance from Sức Sống
Oh,
Mới.
sure.
So would you please, along with your crew, give
Sure,
us
ma'am.
another performance?
Oh, sure.
That was our Talk Vietnam edition this time with the very interesting and inspiring conductor Đồng Quang Vinh sharing his journey of promoting bamboo instruments and Vietnamese traditional music. And without further ado, we will now enjoy Sức Sống Mới's rendition in bamboo of Furlies by Beethoven. Please enjoy. Bye.